Welcome back, guys, to Trails to Azure, where last episode, with a third golden chimera standing in our way, we busted through to reach the end of the holy precincts and the final barrier, entering the Domain of Penance where Arios and Lloyd will meet for their fated battle. But first, we must make our way through to our confrontation. Can't open the... Oh! The gates. There's so many gates.
Yes!
After that first battle, is it worth me dodging encounters with you as well? Isn't that the question? We'll have to see how much experience we get. We're actually at the end. Will we go all the way in one session? Oh, look at this dude! Will I be playing to the wee hours of the morning? Only time will tell, right? An evil spirit that can call forth storms and vermin, sowing chaos wherever it goes. It's nice how everything is now not weak to the stuff that I'm best with. Weird that. Really weird that. Oh, we actually wrecked them.
Nice fight.
130 for 2 enemies means that the experience isn't bad in here. Now those, I think I might just avoid them. You're going to be in the chest anyway, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I think I could do without you. 61 out of 61. But I couldn't wait till midnight, Genevieve replied through a fit of giddiness. She lied in a hug, but only so she could plant a long overdue kiss. I missed you. Oh, I love you so much, Jubilee. Trails in the Chest Part 2 end. Oh, there's an epilogue 2, is there?
Yes.
Oh, it's getting nearly past 20k HP. But that doesn't mean too much when you're just getting wrecked like we were. I'm glad everyone survived. I wonder if me casting that quick Fortuna was the difference between death and survival.
Yes.
Maybe it was after all. Alright, Tio is very nearly at 100 CP again, which means we can always deploy an emergency zero field if a spell gets off. But still. Right, let's fight this guy so we can definitely get it up. Okay, so the correct strategy for this fight is, because you're at 200 already, we dodge you. We attack with Tio. That's 100 plus. And then that'll put it to about 110. 111. We have one charge of zero field. We kind of want to build it up to 200 before Arios, though. We cheesed him one time. Wait a second. Will that bridge go down? It doesn't look like fully connected, does it? Totally. Okay, that's cool. That bridge doesn't seem to last for anywhere, so I'm assuming there's another switch? What? I didn't realize I was so slow. Not really going to be much with Tio here. We'll do this for Lloyd. So Arios' clone was level 120, remember. What level is he now?
なんとかなったわね。
Oh, God. Yeah, I'll totally save before this one again. Ah!
みんな油断は禁物よ。
Oh, God, it's hell times 2 again. I don't like what you do. At all. But I need to start casting big spell with you. And here's the thing, right? Wazi now has CP, so we can use Wazi to cancel all of these spells, maybe. It's a large area impede. Okay, we can only really get 3. Which is a bit of a bother. Okay, let's look at the cast. There is a likelihood that we just straight up kill one of the casters. We did not. Now, what's the play? I'll take the hit. It's only 4k.
Yes.
We can survive that. Wazi could probably interrupt all of these, but I should probably safety interrupt this guy. I feel like taking the hit wasn't a bad idea.
大丈夫ですか？
Oh, there we go. That's nice. That's very nice.
さてと。
Just attack, because if you take one down, that's not bad.
行きます。
Just have to watch how this next spell comes out.
エニグマ駆動。
Okay, that's good. That's fine.
俺の番だな。
In fact, I probably don't have to impede.
やっと。
Because it's Tio's go. Okay. Much better controlled this time.
良いデータが取れました。
Keeping our impedes up was good. We even got a lot of extra CP for Tio. We only get 302 experience for that group. A Goldia key. Damn, I was one dungeon away from taking Talking Chess Retirement 2. Yes, how do I get... Oh, Tio's maxed out. Tio's at 200. Lush. Go away. I don't like you. Probably should use a breath. Getting Randy to do it seems a bit mean. I guess I should check down the bottom first, but for some reason I think that there must be a key to get there. Do you know what I mean? Which is why I'm heading this way. Oh, but we actually close ourselves off. Okay. Not what I wanted to see. There's got to be a chest down here, but I thought the other gate would be down here. Oh, no. A whole other area? There's a whole other area? Well, at least it's nicer monsters.
やっちゃいましょう。
That Pazuzu are here? Hey, Pazuzu buddies. I feel like I made that one guy closer to my guys. Wow, just as if to prove me right. To be honest, though, it doesn't matter. They attack at range. So, our guys aren't really built to deal with this situation, are they? Not at all.
さてドライブ開始
Yalla yalla indeed. I don't know if getting closer in is actually a good idea. It's a critical, so Ozzy could just... So, how come you hate it? Okay, you're attacking Lloyd, good. How can you hate Ellie so much? Wait, Lloyd's the one with Keeper on.
Yeah.
In the end, it was a simple one punch, eh? Our reward is a time gem. Well, know a secret exploit to respawn all the chests you've opened so far. Get this, all you have to do is go to the title screen and select new game. The chests and their propaganda. Is this finally... Oh, it probably isn't. Time gem? It is. Time to cast arts is cut by 50%. So the question is, do I have that on you? Because the extra value. Or do I have it on... Madame, I like to spam. But I never know if that might give me another art or something, you know? It did not. I feel like Madame Want to Spam would probably be better off with it. Let's get a tier over there. Ah! I hate you, guy! Not bannings. I'm super confused by this room. We're building a bridge that way, but there's definitely a second chamber that we've seen. We're now going to enter it, aren't we? Where are we? I'm confused. Well, that's a lovely chest with an evergreen in it. 11 months ago, the SSS gained its foremost rival in Arios. It's only fitting they'd have to overcome him to see the story through to the end. You can do this! I didn't really ever consider him a rival. You know what I mean? Here you go. Have an evergreen. That's quite useful for you, considering the time we had you in battle, you instantly got fated both times. Unreal. Wonder if they're Titania bees. That's one already dealt with. Oh, we got vanished. Oh, resisted. How much damage overall was it? It's a rock. Yeah, good grief indeed. It can't do anything to us. I need to go and put Arios in the corner. Stat. Okay. Hello. Which way am I going? Ah! Bet it's gonna be those things. Oh no, it's those things. I like these ones. These are easy. Apart from the whole shooting at me in a different direction thing. That's kind of annoying. To be totally honest with you, that's pretty damn annoying. Say attack Lloyd. And being ranged, that's even better. No, Ellie again. I'm guessing it's because she's casting. Like, I totally would too if I were them, after all. We could just crit them out. Let's just go exactly with the plan we did last time. This Fortuna will take him out. Oh, Finger will take him out. Let's put a tier on Ellie. Watch her get attacked by everyone. Sam skipping fights to finish the game tonight? No, I'm skipping fights because we don't get as good experience. Because it's a constant dungeon, the actual way you should kind of like do it optimally is to fight things on higher levels because they give more experience. You actually get more because you're a lower level. When you're about off level, it isn't as good. I'd also like to think we're about end game level at this point. Because we'd only get 390 from a pat like that now. Obtain Mjolnir! Lloyd decided that after all of this, he would take a fishing trip on his new boat, the SSSS. Right, so the Mjolnir had evasion on it. 620 strength, 45 defense. Blessed hammers thought to have been sealed in heaven. It's still just not as good as what we've got, though, to be fair. Can I escape from these chests? What more is there to put in these chests? Ah! It's a whole other area. Ah! Not these guys. Alright, we got one rock. That guy's pinned against the wall. That's two guys who already can't spells. Do you know what I mean? Can't have you tied down casting. Nor you. This is difficult. These are the actual fights I have to think about. When you think about it. So it depends if Arios is going first or not. Right, I can hit everyone. Fairly early. Okay, again, one spell is going off. But we've already decided that we can handle this. And Wazi... Ooh, we are lacking. Wazi is not ready to go. Shoot, wait a sec. Oh, you're close enough. Good. And P to that one.
行くわよ。食らいなさい。
Okay, we're safe. Another golden halo.
ドライブ開始。
And that should finish things up.
そこだ。
From here, we're good.
それ。
That didn't finish things up.
よし。
We're less good than I thought 2 seconds ago.
やっ。
It's okay, we'll live. That's one. This guy's it. Okay, Lloyd's got another go. Okay. We just attack.
任せて。
Oh, I say that.
さて
Hello? It's got more HP than I wanted. Okay, that finishes it.
ドライブ開始。
We're good.
行くぞ。
Ready for me to get wiped out?
これが俺たちの力だ。
God, those things are horrible. I'll level up just from the challenge chest of this, right? A Noval key. Soon will await you our Erebonian chest. Time for ultra silence. I mean... Can't say I'm not against that. Some of them are great. Some of them are miss. That's just the way things are. Silence is probably the safest option. Keep building this bridge. Do I sound like a downer now, a dour person about it? Oh, we done it. That's it. We're through. We did it! We did it! And now everyone feels better. Chest quotes and all, as the silence comes in. All I require of my chest is to have fancy loot. You feel like the chess messages were overall more entertaining in Zero? Well, that might be because they started running out of ideas after doing a lot of chess in the first place, and they even admitted to that during the thing, didn't they? It's a hard task for them. Okay. He who seeks his own penance, eh? The Divine Blade of Wind. You're here. Arios! What, not gonna wear those snazzy new threads of yours, Mr. Secretary? I only wore that uniform at President Croiss's behest. Frankly, I was never comfortable in it. After the declaration of invalidity, I haven't felt as though I have the right to wear it. I stand before you not as a bracer, nor as the Secretary of Defense, but as a tainted swordsman wielding a tarnished blade. Nothing more, nothing less. How did it come to this? He is self-disciplined to a fault. I don't know what to say. I have so many questions I want to ask you that it's hard to sort them out in my head. But I guess the first one should be, are you willing to answer them? Of course, that was my intention. Ask away. I will answer any question you have, save for one. Alright. I don't get a choice. The accident 5 years ago. I'm sorry for bringing up painful memories, but could you tell us about the accident that happened 5 years ago? Yes, there's no need to hide it any longer. That accident was caused by a truck exploding on a street in the middle of the city. It was, as I'm sure you've all realized, the product of an information war between Erebonian and Calvert. Just as we thought. Then your wife and Shizuku. Yes, there was much that my family lost that day. Saya, her life, and Shizuku, her sight. In the 5 years since, both countries' intelligence agencies have developed and incidents of sabotage have ceased. Though the truth remains that their feud in the shadows has resulted in decades worth of victims like Saya. That would include your parents, Lloyd, as well as the family of Mr. Grimwood. The hell? Didn't Lloyd's parents... Yes, they passed away 15 years ago in an airship crash. Right, just like I mentioned back at the cemetery. It was so little at the time that I can barely even remember it. You don't mean to say that accident also claimed Mr. Grimm was family, do you? But I do. His wife and children were aboard that airship as well. I was lucky to still have Shizuku. I can't imagine the agony that comes with losing everything you hold dear. After the incident, Mr. Grimwood and Guy came to know one another, sharing in their mourning for the family they had lost. How enlightening. I never realized their connection ran so deep. After that incident 5 years ago, I turned in my police badge and went knocking on the Bracer Guild's door. I had my reasons for resigning. The cost of Shizuku's hospital bills, my dissatisfaction with the department. But above all, I was running away from the pain of losing Saya. With a Bracer's workload, I was never short on distractions. I could strip myself of any moments of grief. Arios, the families of Yin's targets must go through this very same thing. There's been something I haven't been able to shake from my mind all this time. It's how you ever became involved with this scheme in the first place. Oh. Uncle Dieter and Belle are well versed in banking and economics, and their lineage links them to the cult, but that doesn't fill every gap. Like how you knew about the information war between the Empire and Republic, for one. I don't buy that either of those two has the contacts to know about that sort of thing. Nor do you have any prior connection to their family. And yet, once Mr. Croix took office as president, he immediately appointed you as Secretary of Defense. Now I see where this is going. Grizzly Grimm was the missing link that put the two parties into contact. Exactly. Do you dispute that? No, you assume correctly. Just like the SSS, Guy and I often relied on Mr. Grimwood and his information network. He was pivotal in a fair number of our cases. He was so well informed that he was even called upon as a civil advisor during the operation to purge the cult's lodges. After I became a Bracer, I continued to exchange information with him on a regular basis. As for the Croix family, Mr. Grimwood was already acquainted with them due to the IBC's legal affairs. The nature of his position allowed him to amass all of the information and resources he required into one place. Every step Croix took toward gaining our independence as well as the power of the Septarium was by Mr. Grimwood's design. All the while, both his daughter and his legal counsel were working toward their master plan behind his back. Their master plan? The Azure Zero project. Precisely. It didn't take long for Mr. Grimwood to realize the truth about the incident Saya and Shizuku suffered. He informed me of it shortly after. That was what led me to cooperate with him. There is your answer. So everything has gone according to Mr. Grimwood and Maribel's plans. That's one hell of a story. While we're asking questions here, there's something I've been wondering about. You were the one who moved Kia from the bottom of the Sun Fort, weren't you? Then you swapped it with the Rosenberg doll that was meant to be sold off at the Schwartz auction. Now that you mention it, we never did manage to solve that particular side of the mystery. It's just as you say. The idea itself was actually Maribel's, not Mr. Grimwood's. Having foreseen Yochim's actions to their finest points, she knew exactly how to exploit them. She was easily able to teleport us to the fort's lowest stratum, whereupon we freed the girl from the cradle atop the altar. I then switched with the Rosenberg doll that was brought from Emetheria. Maribel was also the one who arranged for the doll to be put up for auction, with Ravash none the wiser. To think she was so involved. I still don't understand though. What would Maribel gain by doing that in the first place? If she needed Kia for the project, why not just take her into custody until the time was right? First, she wanted to involve Hayaway to further jeopardize Ravash's position and begin the chain that would lead to their downfall. Her plan was for the child to awaken during the auction, allowing Maribel to publicly spring to action. With Marconi and his bewildered guests as an audience, she would volunteer to take custody of the girl on behalf of the IBC. For Hayaway to take action at that point, things would have likely gone awry. Thus, as a precaution, I remained undercover in the manner to observe. We had a contingency plan for every possible outcome that could have occurred. You two are crazy with a capital C, I swear. Until now, I wasn't aware it was possible to be too prepared. I did suspect there was someone else lurking in the shadows that night. As for a second motive, Maribel wished to gauge the potential of the Septarion by having it awaken under extraordinary circumstances. Gauge her potential? What does that mean? Those were Maribel's words, so I couldn't tell you precisely. May have been one of the conditions necessary to rouse the child from her long slumber. But whether by coincidence or the hand of Arios, she finally awoke when you were in her presence. I doubt even Maribel could have anticipated that. But she didn't seem to mind, nor did she object to all of you taking the child in under your wing. Well, I'm stumped. Well, if I can get into her headspace. Belle, what in the world were you planning? There's just one more thing. I want you to tell me what really happened on the day my brother died. Can you do that? Very well. It was 2 years after I resigned from the police following Saya's passing. I had been cooperating with Mr. Grimwood and the others as they laid the groundwork for their plan. None of it was legal. They had already woven quite a conspiracy at that point. However, no one, not even the guild, had an inkling of what was taking shape beneath Crossbell's surface. Save for one exception. My former partner, Guy Bannings. Guy was tenacious and had a keen eye for finding the truth. At the time, he was closing in on a number of hidden plots. From the information war between Ereboni and Calvert, to Speaker Hartman's connections with Ravash and the remnants of the DG cult. After digging deeper, he even came upon the Croix family's plans buried behind it all. And then, one rainy day, Guy asked me to meet with him at the newly established construction site of Orcus Tower. Suffice it to say, he hadn't uncovered all the project's details. But Guy's suspicions were shockingly accurate, right down to the scope of the plan itself. He predicted that Croix would utilize the cult and mafia to eventually ascend to the top of the political world. He predicted that a foreign power would be framed for an attack on Crossbell City, fueling the bid for state independence. He even predicted that the Croix family aimed to create something that could intimidate and seize control of the entire continent. To my surprise, he had gotten to the very heart of the conspiracy. After that, Guy refused to back down. It was clear this wasn't something we could resolve with words. And so we began our fight to the death as the rain poured down upon us. Between the two of us, I was always the better fighter, but Guy's strength came from his unbreakable will. Our duel raged on as we traded blow after blow, exhausting each other's stamina as the rain continued to fall. Until finally, Guy lost his life. I was the one who took his tonfa from the scene of the crime. I did it to hide the evidence, the scars that my Tachi left on them. So that was why. There you have it, the truth of what transpired on that rainy day. The mafioso wandering off with Guy's badge was an unforeseen twist. But with that, I believe I've answered every question you could have. There should be no more room for doubt. No? You know as well as I do that my brother died from a bullet to the back. Why leave out the cause of death in your account of that day? I was a member of the police force. It only follows that I can wield a gun. His persistence left me no choice. It was my last resort to settle our fight. Stop lying, Arios. If your lives were on the line, he never would have given you the opportunity to draw a gun. Much less shoot him in the back. It's just not possible. About time you fessed up, pal. Indeed. Who really shot Guy? Please tell us. You can frame it however you'd like, but the fact remains that my actions were what led to Guy's death. And even still, I chose to continue working on the project that had taken my former partner's life. Even now I'm desecrating the life of an innocent girl to complete that very same project. Every sin I've committed has been for the sake of avenging Saya, as well as securing Shizuku's future. Arios, do you truly believe Shizuku is happy about what you're doing? I am perfectly aware that she isn't. But Crossbell's ill-starred fate stole her mother from the world and the light from her eyes. So long as the state retains its status as a geostrategic position, it will have no hope of salvation. That is, unless we experience a miracle that transcends the laws of the human world. 3 years ago, Guy lost his life in a mortal combat against me. And yet he didn't even curse my name. And now Kia, holding the power of a Septarion, has healed Shizuku's eyes. I have no intention of undoing what has been done, my self-serving transgressions included. If you cannot accept that, then you are welcome to convince me with force. Take up the tonfa your brother left you, and show me that you're willing to avenge him. Open the path before you, and take back what you cherish most. Fine. But let's get one thing straight. This isn't about taking revenge for my brother. Our division was established for a more modest reason, to honor Guy Bannings and his will. Right now, the Special Support Section is carrying the hopes and wishes of so many people, including Shizuku. So if you plan to stand as a barrier against us, then we're going to surmount it, take Kia back, and solve this case once and for all. You tell him, leader. Shizuku is waiting for us over at Orchis Tower, and we will not be going back without you in tow. It's just the way the SSS does things best. This ends now. Very good. You've got... We stand before Arios Maclaine, master of the second form of the 8 Leaves 1 Blade School. I've made my choice. I shall forego your justice to make my desires a reality. Come, Special Sports Section. Right.